Hello.
Hi. Oh,
Sorry.
oh my gosh, you're so brave with the umbrella. And is it raining really badly?
Badly. It's flooding in south of France
Oh
at
my
this
God. Do you want to
moment.
go sit in the car? Don't stand out in the rain for us. Just,
We will go to a place where we do wine tasting. We just wanted to say hello.
okay, fabulous. Why don't we start? If you turn the camera around and
Yeah,
give us a view of the vineyard. Oh,
we show
gorgeous.
you. We show you the vineyards with no sun today.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't know if you see.
it's beautiful. Yes, it's
Oh,
gorgeous.
normally it's better because you have the Canigou just here, but we
Uh-huh.
can't see. And after we have our house. That's
Okay,
the Chateau, Chateau Las Collas. And
fabulous.
after, yeah, you have the front entrance. I show
Uh-huh.
you,
Oh, yeah.
you know. Oh no,
Yeah.
that's really flooding. I'm sorry.
No, go get somewhere
Normally
dry.
people enter here,
Uh-huh.
okay. And across the two roads, you have all vineyards. So this is actually Grenache,
Okay.
and you have Syrah.
Oh,
Grenache,
great.
Syrah, and after you have Vermentino, and really, really far you have Carignan as well.
Fabulous.
Old,
Okay.
old wine from, they are 70 years approximately.
Wow. Okay.
And I
So,
present my father.
hi, nice to see you again. You guys go. We'll wait for you. Go get somewhere that's dry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
See
Okay.
you there.
Okay.
Bye.
Be right back. So, I hope everybody can stay tuned. So, she was so kind to be out in the vineyards where it's really just pouring and clearly pretty cold. So I don't know how far away they're going. Hi, Eva. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's the entrance. You
Okay.
have the house,
Uh-huh.
and we will arrive soon.
Take your time.
Yeah, yeah. That's care of my family because we do a lockdown with all the family.
Ah, good.
Yeah. Et voilà. That you have the house here,
Uh-huh.
and we will go here
Lovely.
inside.
Okay. Take your time.
Allez. Yeah. See you.
Okay. Okay, so she's going to come back on. So Chateau Las Colas is in the village of Rivesaltes. They make Rivesaltes, which is the fortified sweet wine of Vendoux. Fairly oxidized, kind of salty, and I learned to call it, flavors of salted caramel, and then everybody got it because when you say it's salty and oxidized, it sounds not good. But it became a big hit once people got comfortable with it, and you get your waiters not afraid to pour a taste, and it was a really big hit because for $20 a glass, you can drink something from the 70s or the 60s. Hi, David. Um, so Marie-Clothilde was just on in the vineyard, and I'm going to keep this as one big video. They're moving into their tasting room because it is pouring in Roussillon right now. So she'll be right back on here. In the meantime, everybody's staying safe and warm. It's cold and kind of damp in Connecticut. It's going to rain later, but I'll be done by then. And Thursday at 7, I'm doing a Zoom tasting with Domaine des Enfants, which is Carrie Sumner, and Chateau Montus. We're going to taste their white, and then Nico Irisu and Gaillac, his Brocal. So it might actually, Hal can ship wines fairly quickly if you're interested. It's Harker House Wine, or look back a couple of days I posted the 3 wines. So we're going to do a Zoom tasting, and but you don't have to buy the wines to join. You can just pop on and watch, and there'll be some chat and some questions, and I'm going to do a quick slideshow and prove that I know how to use Zoom, apparently. So that's coming up, and Carrie won't be on because it's at 7 o'clock tomorrow, which will be 3 in the morning in France. Or no, 1 in the morning. So we're going to record it so people can watch afterwards, but none of the French people will be on. I'm on, let's see, my schedule is tomorrow, Chateau Lancier in Languedoc. Thursday, Chiara Abona in Piedmont. Thursday night is the Southwest France thing. Friday at 10 with Oscar. Yeah, I'm freezing. It's like 46 degrees. I'm really cold. I'm in Connecticut. But I have a sweatshirt and a windbreaker. I just grabbed things when I came up here. I packed for like 2 weeks. I'm wearing the same clothes. Finger Lakes on Friday, the 24th at 10 a.m. Oscar Bank from Chateau Las Collas. We're going on with Oscar from Herman Weimer. And then Lulu Martinez Ojeda from, she's a winemaker in Baja, Mexico. Valley Guadalupe. Hello.
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 That looks much more comfortable.
Yeah.
And this does work very well with 2 people, so I'm so happy you're both there. So let's just start from the beginning and let's introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Hello. I am Jacques Bailbé. I am the winemaker and the Chateau Las Collas. And this is my on appelle ça? Daughter, Marie-Clothilde.
Yeah.
C'est du commercial aussi. This is commercial of domain.
I'm working in the marketing area of the business.
Okay.
And I'm the youngest, of course.
Do you have, because we met in New York, you have other brothers and sisters?
Yeah. What is funny, my father, he has 3 daughters.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no boys, but fortunately, there is, we have the oldest, her name is Emily. She's working actually with my father because she's an oenologist, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. She's working in a cellar with him. You have my middle sister, Florence. She actually take care of the guest house because we have guest house in our vineyard. Yeah, and wedding related events. Because people can be married in our vineyard as well because we have a special wedding room for them.
Awesome.
So she manages that, and me, I'm the youngest. I'm doing all the communication and social network and marketing as well to sell the wine. Yeah.
So on your Instagram, you have your website, I believe, and so people can find out about the guest house and the wines and everything from your profile.
Yeah.
And if people stay in your guest house, do they fly to Barcelona and rent a car, or how does that work?
Generally when they as they rent the guest house, it's because they're including for the wedding, you know, for the weekend. So they stay. And my father used to do where we are a wine tasting of all our wines because we have a lot we have a good specialty. Just to explain, it's like my father is the 4th generation of the Chateau Las Collas, and we do dry wines like rouge, like you can see, white and rosé, and we have like a well-known Rivesaltes that you know actually. The vintage Rivesaltes from 1955, 90.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yep.
And that's La Mémoire du Château. If you translate, it's like memories of the castle, the chateau. And it's a tradition in our family because it's actually from my great-grandfather, who was a winemaker, Pierre Puig. He decided every year for insurance to keep in reserve this special wine Rivesaltes that we are talking about. He used to put in a cement vat instead of wood, because generally in our region, they put in a wood outside, you know, with oxidation. That's natural process. For us, with my great-grandfather, they used to put in a cement vat. He didn't do anything. It's just the time, you know. The time was doing his job. And in order to have why he was doing this, it was actually to sell in case of a bad year we will have insurance of this wine. Generally was this, like 50 years ago, I'm talking about. So after my grandfather continues this process, my grandfather, his father, so Noël Bailbé, and my father as well, he did his first cuvée Muscat de Rivesaltes from 1980 because he entered in a vineyard in 1979. That's actually the oldest Muscat that you can find in a region.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So explain. So I just want to back up a minute because I didn't officially introduce you. So you're Marie-Clothilde Bailbé, fifth generation, and that's your father who's the winemaker, and you're in charge of sales and marketing and that kind of thing for the winery.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell just a back up and talk about Roussillon in general and Rivesaltes in general?
Yeah.
As a winery.
In Roussillon, actually, you have like everyone knows Port, which is really famous because it's actually close to the same process of vinification process. For us in Roussillon, it's typical from the region. You have vin doux naturel. That's what we call. That's appellation, you know, vin doux naturel. Et alors, depends where you are. So the locality. You have where we are, that's Rivesaltes. If you go to Maury, alors I don't know if you know Maury.
Yeah.
Maury, c'est plus dans les.
C'est plus haut.
It's really like.
Dans les hauteurs, c'est.
Yeah.
Maury.
It's behind, in the north, you know, of the region.
Yep.
And after in the south, really close to the coast, close to Collioure, you have Collioure. Il y a l'appellation Collioure. Collioure. You have the three different. Et what they used to do, alors là, je peux expliquer un peu le processus du Rivesaltes, enfin du vin doux.
Oui, mais en français.
Oui. You will say in French and I will translate if you want.
Okay.
Talk at the same time.
Le processus de la récolte. Oui.
Non, le vin doux, comment on fait
comment
le vin doux?
Vas-y, c'est normal. Bon. Alors, le vin doux naturel, c'est un procédé.
It's a process.
Qui est naturel, bien sûr.
It's completely natural.
On rentre le raisin directement, on peut le rentrer en cuve directement. On laisse macérer pendant un certain temps, un peu comme on fait les vintage aussi, à la limite.
Alors, we put the grapes, I explain, we put the grapes directly on the vat. Okay. Alors, you can use the vat that we do. Mais sinon, tu peux le mettre dans des foudres.
Oui, on peut le mettre dans des fûts.
Dans des fûts. Or in wood cellar. I don't remember.
Yep. Foudre, yeah, oui.
Mais ça, je l'ai dit.
Voilà.
Yeah, exactly.
Ça peut se mettre dans les foudres aussi. Alors, on fait fermenter le raisin.
So you have the fermentation.
Jusqu'à une certaine densité.
Until the density, okay,
so that's normal. You
control the density of the wine, of the grape, sorry.
Yeah.
Quand on arrive à une certaine, autour de 1050.
When you arrive around 1050 density, okay, that we talk about density.
On arrête la fermentation.
We stop the fermentation.
Avec 10% d'alcool de raisin.
With 10% of grapes alcohol.
Right.
Okay?
How do you measure the density inside the food?
Comment tu mesures la densité?
Avec un appareil, un densimètre.
Okay.
Voilà.
A little machine inside. A little machine or a gauge inside.
Yes.
Voilà, une machine visuelle, c'est visuel.
That's visual. You can actually see directly.
Okay.
Voilà. So, à ce moment-là, quand on arrive à la densité, c'est la transformation des sucres par les levures en alcool. Donc la densité descend.
Okay.
Et à ce moment-là, on va muter, pour garder la sucrosité, on va muter avec 10% d'alcool. Les sucres résiduels. Enfin, les sucres de fermentation, même des sucres de fermentation.
Okay.
On va garder 120 grammes, mettons 120 grammes de sucre en mettant l'alcool. Voilà. Okay. Et ça donne des vins doux naturels.
So, to explain in English, that's a big job. Huh? You have, when you know the density, what he was talking about, you just wait when the normal sugar, not residual sugar, but the normal sugar of the grapes, okay, it's staying until the end. So you have nothing left. Just he's talking about 120 grams. We talk about grams after, I don't know.
That's fine.
120 grams. Et alors après.
Et le fait de, on a stoppé avec l'alcool.
So we stopped the alcohol and
on tue la levure avec l'alcool.
We killed you know the how do you
yeast?
know?
Yeast?
Yes, exactly. So we stopped.
Et donc la levure ne transforme plus les sucres en alcool, vu qu'elle est morte.
D'accord.
Et donc on a un pourcentage de sucrosité dans le vin, ce qui fait les vins d'eau naturels.
Et so you have the last percentage of the sweet sugar from the grapes.
Yep.
That's actually the fortified wines what we were talking about.
Right. So when you measure density, is that a measure? I'm thinking of weight, but it sounds like it's more a measure of alcohol.
C'est more measure of alcohol, yeah.
The density.
The density.
So you're measuring when you get to a certain amount of alcohol. That means there's still some sugar from the grapes. That's when you mute the fermentation. You add the grape spirits.
Voilà, exactly.
And we say mute.
We
okay.
Le mutage, voilà.
And at this point now, there's still skins and stems in the food.
Ah oui.
On peut muter.
Il te demande. Tu réponds. Il dit alors ce qui reste toujours dans le fût, c'est le mou, tu sais, avec la peau du raisin.
Ah oui, mais une fois que la fermentation est tombée.
When the fermentation is stopped.
On coule la cuve. On soutire le jus.
On soutire. Alors, oui, I know how we. I was checking for that. We actually remove. Oh my God, I don't remember how we say that.
You take the juice off the must.
We separate and eliminate, you know, the undesirable sediments.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's clean.
When you add the alcohol, it's already separated.
Exactly.
And then someone asked, what grade of alcohol, and it must be from grape spirit.
C'est quoi le type d'alcool?
C'est de l'alcool de distillerie, mais c'est de l'alcool du jus de raisin.
It's actually alcohol from the juice grapes.
Okay, and does it have to be a certain
alcool de raisin?
C'est le même alcool que
juicy grapes, you know. Alcohol.
And is it like 80% alcohol?
C'est distillé.
Combien de pourcents il te demande?
Maxi 10%.
Maximum 10%.
10.
Oui, 10,
oui,
c'est 10.
Entre 5 et 10.
Between 5 and 10%.
En fonction du degré récolté.
Okay, continue. Sorry, a few little questions there.
No, it's interesting, of course. My father is happy. He can speak.
I love it.
His own language, the French.
Exactly, I love it.
Yeah. So that's actually we are like well known about Rivesaltes.
Yeah.
And what's our so in 2005, you know, when my father decided to do a wine tasting of the vintage Rivesaltes from 1959, 1961, 1970. Because he didn't know if it was possible, if it was okay, if the wine was okay, because he didn't try. He just left, you know, in a cement vat.
Yeah.
And with the oenologist and with my sister, they did a wine tasting, and actually they found like it was amazing because you can keep the fresh, you can keep all the aroma, the flavor like you used to have during wine tasting. So he said, let's do a bottle, because actually everything was in a cement vat. And
oh, okay.
Yeah. And are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And so it's for that he decided in 2005 to begin the process to do bottling with all the vintage Hordage Rivesaltes. And we sold everywhere around the world. T'as vendu au Japon, Russie,
dans le monde. En Chine, au Japon.
China, not anymore China at this moment, it's complicated.
En Amérique du Sud.
Yeah, South America. Corée du Sud, South Korea as well. And Italia, because Italia and Europe, I mean, Italia was really like they love they really like kind of sweet wines like that. Denmark as well is telling me. And now generally you can find our vintage wine in famous Michelin stars restaurant in Paris, Ducasse. It's really like crazy about the wine. He likes to do wine tasting with his desserts.
Okay.
Ritz, we did a big, really nice wine tasting in a Ritz hotel in Paris. It was last November. They took our wine, so we are like, that was before the lockdown, of course. Yeah, because now it's not the same.
Yeah.
And in the luxury restaurants in Milan, they really, we have a good customers.
And in New York, but it's gone
and
now.
In New York, by the way, I wanted to say, in your restaurant, of course.
Exactly. So, do you only make the vendu in certain years, and then after you add after the mutage, it just goes into concrete and stays for a decade or two?
Yeah. I translate, hein, just.
Yeah.
Il te demande si tu fais des modifications des vindous, en fait, quand, par exemple, pour les anciens, ils sont restés tels qu'ils sont. Tu refais des dégustations pour être sûr qu'ils évoluent pas, que tout est bon. Et après, non. We don't do anything. Like, that's really what is amazing. They are really authentic. Yeah.
So in Armagnac, once the product is done, the old vintages they keep in glass bottles, so it's inert. Is it, once it goes into the concrete, it's completely inert, or it continues to evolve?
For Armagnac?
For you. For Rivesaltes.
For us, what we do when we, for the before there is a lockdown, we have a big in Italia they ask for lot of bottle, some that we have of vintage wine. We do the bottling when we know we are going to do exportation of the wine.
Okay.
They stay in a vet, but after that, you can keep during 5 years, 10 years in a bottle without problem.
Right.
Even more. What we discover with this wine, it's like when you do behind us, we have a lot. We have, when we do wine tasting, we just try, you put outside, I'm not kidding, even not on the fridge. It's just amazing. It's like even better. I used to do that in Paris when I was doing all the restaurants for the wine tasting.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot, so I just kept, in my flat and it's amazing. You can open, put on the fridge, put outside. It's even better. Je leur dis que même si c'est pas obligé de rester dans le frigo, des fois on les laisse. That's really the process of the oxidation. Really good conservation.
So, I'm still trying to figure out the once it's in the concrete vat, the oxygen, like if you take out a bottling and you take out and sell some, there's more oxygen, and that is what continues to evolve.
Il demande si après ça évolue en fait dans la cuve au niveau de l'oxygène.
Non, c'est saturé.
Non, there is saturation, so it's completely stopped.
Ça évolue pas.
There is no evolution in a vat.
I see. Okay.
Ça ne dégrade pas, ça reste toujours constant.
It's staying like it is.
Okay. And then, so when does the oxidation happen? Is it after the mutage and before it's ready? When does the color change?
Quand est-ce que la couleur change de l'oxydation?
Pour tous les ans, ça prend des teintes ambrées.
Every year,
de plus en plus ambré.
You have the color, like we say, ambré or tuilé. You know the difference? You know the difference between tuilé et ambré?
Yeah. But can you explain? Can you explain though?
Yeah. Tu expliques? La différence entre ambrés, c'est au niveau des raisins.
Non, les ambrés, c'est fait avec des raisins blancs.
Voilà.
Et les tuilés, c'est fait avec des raisins rouges.
Ambré, it's actually for white kind of type of grapes varieties. And for tuilé, that's actually, for example, Grenache Noir, black Grenache, or Macabeu.
No,
non, pas Macabeu, just Grenache Noir, sorry.
Macabeu, c'est
pour les ambrés, ouais.
And for people that are listening, the colors ambre is the same word as amber for us, if it's easy to remember. And tuile is the roof tiles that are curved like this. The tuile rooftop, that's where the color comes from, right? And we have a cookie that's a tuile cookie that's called the same shape, so people will know that. Yeah, so people will know that word.
Yeah.
So beyond Rivesaltes, can you tell us what other wines you make?
Yeah, so we do dry wines as well. My father, he really likes red wine, So we have, for the moment, 2 different kind of bottle. We have the Pinot Noir, 2015. It's 100% of black Pinot, which is not generally in south of France.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my father actually in beginning of the 90s. He used to have a plantation of Pinot behind, just in our vineyard, and he used to do assemblage, you know, with other grape variety. But in 2015, he said, let's try how the Pinot can be really nice with the sun in south of France, just to do like 100% of Pinot. And actually, it's a really good surprise. So we have the...
It's not too hot for a Pinot? Do you have altitude, or it's a little cool microclimate?
Ouais. Il demande par rapport au Pinot si c'est pas trop chaud, si le Pinot supporte bien le sud de la France.
Sur des terrains argilo-calcaires, il a un bon comportement.
Alors, depends of the land. We have a soil with actually clay, you know, clay and stones. So it's actually really good for the beans, you know, because it keeps the fresh. What is amazing with stones, it's when it's really hot for the day, the stones, the night, you know, keep the fresh of the vines, which is amazing.
Okay.
Et là, il est planté à côté d'une rivière.
And it's actually, the plantation is really close to a river. So, you know, it keeps the fresh, fresh water.
And then you have Syrah also?
Alors Syrah, we have with a tradition. Okay. Alors, that's actually really the wine of my father's. Depuis combien tu fais le tradition?
Le tradition.
Ouais, depuis,
oh là là.
It's a long cuvée that since 20 years, you know, it continues this cuvée tradition. Et là, you have actually a mix of 3 different grape varieties. You have Syrah, like you say, Carignan, et Grenache Noir.
Voilà. So, I just want to go back to I'm still fascinated by the Rivesaltes. You don't make Rivesaltes every year, the vin doux?
Ah, il te demande si on fait pas du vin doux. Pardon, sorry. Si on fait pas du vin doux tous les ans. Tu gardes en cuve.
On fait les bons millésimes. Ouais. Les millésimes les plus intéressants qui vont se garder, on les unifie en principe.
Alors, he's keeping the best year, you know.
I see.
The best year.
Okay.
So we continue. We did. So I was talking about the 1980, the Muscat of my father. After you have the 1995, was a really good year, and the 2000, and he still have Innovet, mais we keep, you know. That's
I see. Excellent. So there's something to look forward to.
Yeah. Always.
And can you I keep talking about the sweet because you know I love it so much. People, I like it with foie gras, and then you said with sweet. But what else do you drink the wine with? What other food?
For the Rivesaltes you talk about?
Yeah.
Alors, for the Rivesaltes, of course, everyone knows about foie gras. We talk about blue cheese, yes.
Yeah.
But in south of France, we are really crazy about good Spanish ham, you know, like Belota.
Oh, yeah.
Belota, you have the other pata negra, you know.
Yeah.
We don't know in English. I can't translate because
we say the same.
Pata negra, and what is amazing, it's like this ham is really gracy. It's just amazing with a good Rivesaltes. 2000
I bet.
And 1970, it's just perfect.
Do you ever have the porc noir de Bigorre?
Le porc qui
Ah oui, de Bigorre.
Ah, de Bigorre. We don't.
Noir.
Non,
on l'a pas dans la région.
No,
that's more up in Gascony? Okay.
No,
because you're near Spain. That Pata Negra makes sense because you're fairly close to that. That makes sense.
We are
that
really
would be
in the border of Spain, of the Catalonia. And we used to, Belota is just amazing. So for tapas, you know, when we do the starters with aperitif, we like to maybe open a good Rivesaltes, you know.
So if people are coming to visit you, you have your tasting room and you have your guest rooms. It's people fly into Barcelona and then drive up?
Yeah, you have Perpignan as well. Depends,
Perpignan, okay.
depends where you came from, you know, because we have an island, go to Perpignan directly with the airport. Girona is really good airport.
Oh,
Girona,
really?
yeah, you just,
Okay.
Barcelona is far, it's 2 hours, you know, but Girona is a good mix. And we have a lot of Irish who actually are coming
Yeah.
to visit us.
Well,
My
you know,
husband is Irish, so we
we
have
New
good.
Yorkers are we think about ourselves only, and there's a
Yeah,
direct flight to Barcelona, so
yeah.
it's very easy for New Yorkers to come visit
Come
you.
to visit us, no worries.
Well, it's a half an hour, and I don't want to keep you too long. I know it's a rainy, but I really want to thank you for taking the time for explaining Rivesaltes to us. It's really
No
special
problem.
to me. I really love your wine and can't wait to get more. So I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
All right, and if people have questions, they can direct
Yeah,
message you or through here on
of
Instagram. It's a good
course.
way to get a hold of
We
you.
are we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, whenever you want. We
Awesome.
are available.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so
No.
much.
Good time.
Hold on one second. I'm just going to
Yeah,
say, Jamal just asked. No, they do a Vendu only in the best years.
yeah,
You do only. See, he's saying, do you do a VDN every year, a Vendu every year, and only keep the best years, or you only make it in the
exactly.
best years?
Exactly. We have every year we have a VDN. We keep the VDN, but we keep the best year ever.
I see. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Hi, Marika. And then, guys, in my profile, there's a link to my schedule for upcoming classes. Or upcoming interviews. I'm all over the world now. So
Yeah,
again, thank you so much for taking your time and for getting your feet wet out in the vineyard. It was really cool to see the vines.
well, it's really nice to see
Thank
you
you.
as a. Bye
And say hi
bye.
to your mom.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye
bye-bye.
bye.